Imagine. No, hey,
Welcome to the Allegedly Podcast, and this is our Week 7 Myrtle-Cherry Fantasy Football recap. Another wild week in the Myrtle-Cherry Fantasy Football League, fellas. Uh, what y'all
Yes,
think, man? How
yes.
y'all feel? It's the halfway point. Things going like we thought they were going to go? What y'all think?
yeah.
I ain't gonna
Is it?
lie, man. When I when I first looked at it, I would have never said at the halfway point that the league would be turning the way that it's turning. But hey, man, I mean, that's why the experts are the experts, and that's why we play a full season. So it ain't over. It's just a preview.
It's been rough for
So
some of us. Very rough.
yeah. Some more than others, we should say.
But here we go. Let's recap the week in the Myrtle-Cherry real quick. Get our screens pulled up. And in the first game we're going to discuss, we got Get a T.O. Baby versus the Real 5-7. This is a rivalry game every year. And one team did get embarrassed. What we got to say about this one, man?
Uh, well, the real 5-7 man, he just continues his streak, man, of 5 straight with the guy himself, Aaron Rodgers, scoring 31 points early and often. Just have a lot of good players that make plays with the combination of Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. The Debo Samuel is having a career year. And even a sneaky pickup like Mike Gesicki, who was my stud, and we'll get to that later. That had a 21-point game. And anytime you get 21 points from your tight end, you're in a really, really good position.
Man, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. It's always tough to lose to the Real 5-7. I just got to put that out there. The next game we had was Stanley Cup versus Walk On Air. This is another rivalry game, man. Two coaches who are real competitive with each other. Spot, what you saw in this one?
Man, I saw production early and often from Stanley Cup, man, with a combination of 17 from Elijah Mitchell, and he got 17 from Jonathan Taylor. He had other explosions, which we know of Cooper Cup. I mean, target after target after target. That guy, I mean, if you got him, I mean, you're a happy owner. So yeah, with the combination of those players, man, Stanley Cup.
What about that pickup of Dearness Johnson, man? On a Thursday
That one
night,
was,
too.
yeah, I wanted to get to that one with the 25. That was big to start it off. I mean, Walking On had some bright spots. They had 20 from their defense, but overall, I think with people being on the bye, and he just didn't have the guns that he needed for this one.
Yeah. Stanley Cup is doing this thing 5-2, so you got to be ready to play when
Yeah.
that team comes on the field.
That was one of those teams I was telling people about when we went back and we looked at points scored. Like, you better be careful, or you'll get your feet put up. That's what they doing. Shout out to them over there at Stanley Cup, man. We see what y'all doing, man. Keep it up.
The next game we got on tap was Eddie Was Better versus 438 Special. Los, what you saw in this one?
I saw my guy for 38 go for 173, man. And once you start hitting above 150, 160, it's hard to beat. And he had him solid from Derek Carr, Mike Evans with the explosion. Looking good out there with Tom Brady. Jalen Waddle. He had some good players, man. And Eddie Was Better. He having a rough season right now. He had a lot of injuries, and he trying to fight through that. And he just ran into a team that's trying to go far in the playoffs this year, and they got a good team. And he got beat by 40.
They definitely 438 Special definitely been on a mission, man. You heard it in the off season. He's been disappointed a couple years, and he came out the gates this year. He's just ready to roll. So it's another team. You better pack your lunch when it's time to play on a Sunday. They're gonna make it tough for you. In the next one,
Absolutely.
we got Team No Ceilings versus 307 by Smitty Shop. Jet, tell us about this nail biter here, man.
Oh man, this was a goodie, man. This is what you play fantasy for, man. The ups and downs and the Joe Burrow, man, with the 44 points, man, going into Baltimore, playing the way he played. I mean, throwing the ball up there to Jamar Chase and DeAndre Swift. I'm gonna be honest, man. I wasn't really high on him coming out into the draft, man, but he made me a believer. I believe in DeAndre Swift. He's definitely on my board for next year. But ultimately, man, 307 battled back into this game and with Pittman and Godwin with at the 3 o'clock games. But ultimately it came down to his kicker not being able to make kicks. I mean, he had Myers in that Monday night game, and he had positions to make the points that he needed to win, and he missed at least two. I think he missed three, but
Man,
I know he missed two.
a
So
40
that's a
yarder, a
hard one.
50 yarder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one to swallow, but I think 307 is he has a good team. I think he'll be okay. But shout out to Team No Ceilings being a rookie owner and really having a good game and having a good season going forward.
Has he been the only team to get any production out of DeAndre, so or any production out of a Detroit running back ever? Seems like.
Yeah, for sure, because I know for a fact I ain't never got no production from him. That's why I stay away from him.
I never
I don't
drafted
mess
with
with
him,
him.
man.
Yeah,
Gotta
he
come
definitely
back,
got
man.
Cinderella slip on. Let's see how long he can continue to wear that one. But shout out to Coach Hilliard, man. He doing his thing. He also picked up a key player, Russell Gage, who had 17 in that game. That's a big move by the owner.
Hey man, he is doing his thing. In the last game of the week, we had Cardinal Lumber versus the Coke Boys, two teams that were trying to battle for position. Trying to make their way in this season. What you got on this one, Ink Spot?
When I look at this one, man, the first thing that jumps off the page is Jamar Chase. Oh my God. Anybody who has him, I mean, you are a happy owner. This guy exploded and he exploded again and he exploded again. I looked up, he had 200 yards receiving. So, yes, I mean, it was a combination of that and poor play by Patrick Mahomes for Cardinal Lumber. You get 5 out of Mahomes, it's kind of rough to win a ball game. You know, you're expecting at least 30 from that guy. You know, and on top of that, the Coke Boys also came with a combination of Kyler Murray and man, he had some things going over there, and Tyreek Hill. You know, he got some smoke over there. Coke Boys, they well rounded, man. And this week he get a CD Lamb back, so I mean, whew, yeah. So that's why that happened, and Coke Boys, I mean, when they're on, they are definitely a team to watch because they can put together some points. With Tyreek Hill, CD Lamb, and Jamar Chase, you get the picture.
AJ
You get the
Brown, don't forget
picture.
about him. He
AJ
got 28.
and AJ Brown. So I mean, yeah, the guy got explosion over there as well. So I
Let me
mean,
ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this, not to cut you off, Ink Spot. Let me ask you this. It's way too early to predict these things or say things like this, but is Jamar Chase the first receiver off the board next year?
a lot
I
I
has
don't know
to go
about
into
first,
that.
but
don't know
I
about
think
first,
he
but
done
he going in there.
solidified top 5 for sure.
He
Man,
going in
them
there.
I
boys got a
agree with top
connection.
5.
Them boys got a connection. Joe Burrow will be going into his 3rd season. And y'all know that's them
All
seasons where them young quarterbacks really take off.
all
Yeah,
Man,
that has
Jamar
to do
Chase
with
probably
his
just gonna end
I
up
think
getting
he
better.
going late first, early second.
his health and Burrow health has a lot to do with that going forward. They both have to stay healthy, but I think he's in the top 5 discussion. Just like Justin Jefferson made himself to the top 5 discussion, I think he did the same, you know, thus far.
so fellas, we're looking at the standings after the first half of the season, man. Uh, let's discuss it real quick. What do y'all see? Who's been most impressive, you think?
I would say
Uh,
I would say Team No Ceilings for sure. Um, he was just a wild card going into the draft. You know, people have their tendencies, people have their guys they love, and you know for me, I didn't know his tendencies or anything like that. I think he had a pretty good draft. He made some key pickups when he needed to. Like, he didn't draft Joe Burrow, but he picked him up when he needed. So that shows his GM side. And he's playing the right players when they make plays. So that's all you could really ask for in a coach and the owner. So I think he's doing pretty well managing that.
Biggest disappointment.
I'd have to say myself. I'd have to say myself. The biggest
I'm throwing myself
disappointment.
out there too, man.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
know you kind of honorable mention, but no shade. I kind of look over there and I see pistols, but I don't see 40 cals over there. I feel like we got a few 40 cals, but they ain't been releasing the chamber, so I
I
don't
know what
know,
I'm not
man.
doing next year. I'm not looking at that draft recap ever again. Ever again.
Hey,
They'll lie
one,
to you quick, bro. They'll lie
hey,
to you.
I want to
and
give a shout out to Coach Butler too, man. Starting off
Oh,
1-2 on a 5-game win streak. Now you 5-2. Sitting
yeah,
pretty up there, man. That's resilience, man. He a gritty dude, and he got a gritty team, and that
What y'all
started
sleeping
off the year
on?
looking good.
What y'all sleeping on? He closing in on the longest winning streak in Myrtle-Cherry fantasy football history. I think it's 7 or 8 weeks in a row. So we might have to
well, we
start
can,
keeping
we
a
can,
ticker on that.
yeah, hang
Somebody
it up
stop
there
it.
this week because he got me. So well, I think we stop it this week.
I think we're gonna have to go back and look into history. I think it's like 7, 8 weeks from get a TO baby, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah,
we
problem with
gotta,
get a
we, we
TO
gotta,
baby right now.
we gotta catch you up to speed because
That's the problem with get a TO baby
yeah,
right now.
you
We 2
still in
years
that
back. We
year,
still in 2019 right now. We got a
right,
2-year Super
right.
Bowl hangover.
And I'm looking
Yeah,
at
you
Cardinal
gotta.
Lumber profile picture. He got the goat Woods up there.
Oh, I see
I wanted to
that.
ask him about that.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to ask you that. I wasn't gonna do it on air, but he do have the goat.
We got
Shout
some
out to
questions to be
Wood.
answered this week. We got some questions to be
Yeah.
answered this week. That's what I see, man. So like, subscribe, all those good things that you're supposed to do on the YouTube channel. Catch us on the Murder Chair. There we go. Catch us on the Murder Chair page. Like it, subscribe and watch and see if we give you that good information, man. We keep a track of how well we done. Stud Dud, my new bud. Everybody went 1 for 3 this week, so hopefully we'll come back with a better record next week. We'll see y'all in the next episode of Stud Dud, my new bud.